Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the OOPS ABAP session. Today we are going to learn about the RTTS concept, Runtime Type Services. This was introduced in ABAP release 6.40 and its full form is Runtime Type Services. It is to create the types internal table at runtime. So mainly RTTS concept we use to create the dynamic internal table at runtime. So many a time we come across a scenario where we don't know what kind of internal table we require, right? And then for that purpose, we require some mechanism with the help of which we can, create the uh, with the help of which we can create the dynamic internal table, right? So that we will see with the help of RTTS concept how we can do. So actually in RTTS we are having this is a framework. RTTS we can understand like a framework. It is a service we consist of several classes. So those classes are here. The main class is this one, CL underscore ABAP underscore type description. Here CL underscore ABAP underscore data description, right? CL underscore ABAP underscore element description. And so there are several classes we are having which comes under the RTTS. So with the help of these classes we are going to create the dynamic internal table. Okay, so this is some example. Fine, we'll see some solid example. This is just simple example for understanding CL underscore ABAP underscore type description, how it's going to work, right? So see, when we have to create the internal table, right? What information we require? Suppose if we have to create one dynamic internal table, we first require the structure, right? Begin of TS underscore, let's suppose we have to create something like, Matner type, Matner mtar type, mtart matkl type, matkl, and then end of ts underscore mara. Okay, so the structure is over here, ts underscore mara we are having, right? And when we have to declare the internal table, it underscore mara type table of ts underscore mara. So this is how we create the internal table, right? Statically, right? In the coding. But at runtime when we have to define, so one way we already know that using the data references and field symbol we are going to create the, all right, dynamic internal table. But using the runtime type services, all right, using the runtime type services, how we can create the dynamic internal table, we can see. This is easy also when we are going to use the RTTS approach. It is going to be easy also. Okay, so the point over here is to understand, if you want to create the dynamic internal table, you require the component, right? Component here, matner, mtart, and matkl, and these are the three components we are having over here, right? These are the three components we are having over here. So those components you require, once you are having those component available, right? So this component is nothing but your line type, right? This is a structure. This is nothing but you are creating the structure, and with reference to a structure, you are creating the data object internal table, which line type is ts underscore mara, right? So you require a line type. Once you know the line type, then you will be able to create the internal table. So a line type we will try to identify with the help of the RTTS class. Here we are having the several class. This one is the CL underscore ABAP underscore type description, right? So type description means it is going to tell the type of a particular types at runtime. For example, let me copy this program and paste it over here. This is, I think, a standard program. Let me check. Type description underscore test display. It's taking some time. Okay, I have to log in once again. No problem. Let me log in once again. Okay, so here you can see that uh, I'm logged in once again, and here I'll go to the SC38, and this is the standard program. Go to the display. Okay, it is not there. Let me create one program. Z uh, ZEB24 and underscore RTTS basics, create test program, and click on the save button, local object. So here, this is the code. I will just explain this one, and then I will go ahead and I will give one better example. Okay, so it's coming differently. This is one another problem. Just to give me a second. So this is the report, and here the types has been declared. Here we are having the data, then one more data. After that, a start of selection, description difference, and then we have this write statement. So just aligning it. Yeah, fine. So here you can see that we have a types. Types is nothing but this types my underscore type, right? One types is declared my type, and type is integer. Here again we have the data variable my data type, my type, this. Okay, and then description difference type ref to cell underscore abap underscore type description. So this is the class of RTTS. This RTTS class is having different methods. That method will help us to identify type of a data type. So for example, if you want to know the type of this data type, right? So and this is the variable my underscore data. Its data type is this one, I. So if you want to know the type of this data type, we can use this class and we can identify the type of this my data at a runtime. Okay. So see here, a start of selection. Here one, this description difference is type ref to of CL ABAP type description, and here description difference equal to here describe by data and the my data as a parameter we are passing this value my data, right? And once you will pass this, the method describe by data of CL ABAP type description, right? If you go here, double click over here, and it's a returning type. If you observe, CL ABAP type description is there, right? It's a returning type. That method is having the returning type CL ABAP type description. The same here we have declared already, right? Same. This particular object is having the method called absolute name, type kind, length, decimals, right? So this particular object is having these attributes. So this object is going to have the attribute of this my data, like what is the actual name, what is the actual type, and then what is the length. This length will be the byte length. Okay. And this is the decimal. Okay. So here you can see that my type is of type I, right? And if you just run it, you will be able to know that. First, let's check the each of our program can have only one report. Okay, two we have. Remove this one and check this, and now activate this and just run this one. So you can see that here the actual type my underscore type is coming, right? This here the it's taking the reference of program name, but the actual type is my underscore type, right? The kind is integer type, the data type was integer type, length is 4 because type I is by default length 4 and decimal is 0, there is no decimal, correct? Similarly, if you give over here car2, so if this is the car2, right, if this is the car2, the byte length is going to be 4, right, because one character holds the let's run and check the length and all how much it is going to be, right? So it will just tell. So kind is type C, length is 4 here also because character I have given whatever, it's a 2, but the byte length in terms of byte, right, it is going to take the 4 byte. That's why, you know, uh, it will be the 4, that length it is showing 4. Okay, that length it is showing 4. So the char2, and if you give the char3, so just it will become double. Whatever you will give here, that length is going to become double. So 3 to the 6 here, kind C and the decimal 0, right? So here every attribute it is showing, right? All the attributes these are showing over here. Type name, kind, length, right? And here the decimals. So in character there is no decimal kind of stuff, so just 0 it is coming, right? So you can see that this RTTS class is helping us to identify the type of a particular data object, right? Data object. Now let's go and create one program, right, where what we will do that very generic example we will take and we'll try to understand, you know, uh, where we can use it. So for example, what we want to do that parameters p underscore table type, carton. Okay, carton. So what I want to do, that I want to give over here the table name. Okay, Mara, Marse, any table name. Okay, and whatever the table we will give, from that table we want to display the data in output, right? So this table is going to have the, you know, dynamic value, dynamic table. So what we want to do, we want to do select a star from this p underscore table into internal table, right? It underscore tab up to 10 rows. Okay, and this it underscore tab we want to display in output. This is our requirement. So cl underscore demo underscore output and uh, display data, and give here it underscore tab. So this actually we want to display, but the problem over here, this internal table is this internal table should be our dynamic internal table. Whatever the table we will give, that type of internal table we have to declare. So it underscore tab type table of, if you give like this, it will not work, right? We know that it does not work. It does not support. ABAP does not support these particular things, right? You cannot declare the internal table dynamically like this. So either you'll have to use the data reference or field symbol concept, which we have already discussed in some of the class, right? Here we are going to achieve the dynamic internal table creation with the help of RTTS class, okay? With the help of RTTS class. So for this purpose, what actually we have to do that, you know, whatever the table you are passing, okay, we would like to get the line type for that particular table. We would like to get the structure type, right? So once you get the structure type, right, here you can see that if you know this structure, how many component, how many fields are there, right, it is easy for us to create the internal table. So whatever table you are passing, from that table you are going to derive the structure, you are going to find the structure. So to find the structure, we are going to use the class cl underscore abap underscore type descr. Okay, cl underscore abap underscore type description. This is the class you are going to use. So go to slash o sc24. Okay, go to this uh, and here you can see that. Now paste this, sorry, cl underscore type cl underscore abap underscore type descr. Okay, runtime RTTS class. This is a RTTS class. So I have shown you these are the RTTS class. CL underscore ABAP type description, CL ABAP data description. These all are the RTTS class. Okay, this we use for our dynamic internal table or, you know, dynamic object. Like if you have some dynamic object related things, dynamic class related things, which if you don't know the which kind of object is going to have, so for that purpose this class is also helpful. Okay, so here for this class let's go abap underscore type description. This is having different method: describe by data, describe by name, describe by object reference, describe by data reference, get property, relative name, is deduct type. So these are the different method you have, right? What we want, if you check this describe by name, right, the one which just I have shown you, one example I have shown you over here, you can see that describe by data, right? Describe by data here, and describe by data I was using this method in order to identify these properties, right? Here, what I have to find, you know, uh, here what I have to find, if you here I have to find the line type. So if you check the describe by data parameters, come over here, describe by data parameters. Okay, here p underscore data is the parameter and p underscore description reference, right? Type description. This is the returning type reference is there. But if you check the second method, describe by name, right? And click on this parameter, then here you can see the CL ABAP type description. CL ABAP type description, this is going to give, right? CL ABAP type description. So CL ABAP type description, this, if you check this one, CL underscore ABAP type description, actually, let me first go to the program and there I will write one piece of code, then again I will come. Okay, so it is having a method called describe by name. Okay, describe by name, and we are going to pass this p underscore table. Okay, we are going to pass this p underscore table value over here. So this method of this class we are calling, and in return what it is going to give is, you know, the value, what it is going to give, that value actually need to be wide casted. That need to be wide casted, because what I want what kind of a structure this table is containing. Okay, so I will widening cast, and what reference I will use, I will use the reference data uh, go underscore line type ref to cl underscore abap underscore structure struct underscore uh, struct descr. Okay, copy this one first, copy this, go here and click on this button, give this structure name, this class name cl underscore abap underscore structure description. Go to this property, and here the super class cl underscore abap complex description we are having, and here cl underscore abap data description we are having. Again, just, and here you can see that what we have, cl underscore abap underscore type description, right? So cl underscore abap underscore type description is the super class of cl underscore abap underscore data description. All right, so here 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 cl underscore abap underscore type description, this is the super class of, this is the super class of cl underscore, you know, the one which we have just written over here, cl underscore abap underscore structure description, right? Okay, so what we have done, this is the, you know, this is the subclass and this is the super class, right? You know what is the meaning of wide casting? Wide casting means you are going towards the wider perspective from the narrower perspective. So this is your narrower perspective, super class is the narrower perspective, and this is your wider perspective, right? What data reference, what object it is returning. Here if you see that, here if you see describe by name, p underscore table, right? This is returning what? This is returning, if you uh, go to this method cl underscore abap, uh, go there, that method actually, cl underscore abap underscore type description, cl underscore abap underscore type underscore dscr, sorry, e underscore is not, cl underscore abap underscore type description, right? And here describe by name, right? This method I'm using, go to the parameter, and this is returning the cl underscore abap underscore type description, and this is the super class of the cl underscore abap underscore structure description. I want a structure, right? I want a structure of the table which I'm passing from the selection screen, right? That means I need to wide cast, right? I need to wide cast. So for wide casting purpose, this is the question mark equal to operator we use, and here I will put at left hand side so that I will get the value. So geo underscore line type I got. Once you got the geo underscore line type, what you will have to do means you got the line type, now you got the structure. Once you got the structure, in the next step, what you will have to do, you will have to create the you will have to create the table type, right? You will have to create the table type, and once you will create the table type, you can create the internal table, right? So if you have the table type, you can easily create the table type, you can easily create the internal table. So let's go and create the table type. Geo underscore table underscore type equals to, for this, what you have one another class here, cl underscore for table type, cl underscore table underscore cl underscore table underscore cl abap table description, something like that. This one, this is actually, this is the class which is responsible for the name itself. From the name you will understand for what purpose this class is. So table description means, if you want to create some table type, or if you want to know if you want to derive the type of type, right? So uh, means table related information. If you want to derive, this is this is a class. So the name itself, for the object description. So if you have some object of any class, and if you want to name of the class, like this object belongs to which class, this class, this rtts class can be used, right? If you want to know the attribute of a class, right? So this class we can use. If you want to know the property of the interface, what are the components has been used, right? So this, so from the name you will get a idea. So this is the class with the help of which we can create know we can create the table type. Okay, so what is the method it is having one method. Let me control space, and it will having one method, create. This create method, shift enter, and here you can see p underscore line type. So just you'll have to pass the line type. What line type will have to pass? The line type I'm getting from here, correct? This line type, and this line type I'll just copy and paste it over here. This much only I'll have to do. Other is the optional parameter. It's telling what type of table type you want to create. So when we have to create the table type, what we have to do, that whenever we create the table type, we just require a structure, and we have to tell whether it is a standard table or sorted table or hash table. So here table kind means just standard, sorted, or hash. By default it will take a standard table. Unique key, whatever the key you are passing, those key is going to be unique or what, right? for that purpose, and key kind, right? So the keys, the default key we're passing or a standard key we're passing, what kind of key or empty key we're passing, it all depends. So all these things is not required at this point of time. So just remove this one, okay, and pass it simply this mandatory parameter, and it will create the table type for us, okay. So one exception is also there. If something is going to wrong, so we can put in try and end try block, try and catch block, right? So geo underscore table type, you got this, all right? You got this table type. Now in the next step, what actually you'll have to do that, you have to create the, you'll have to create the internal table. You'll have to create the internal table. Okay. So how to create one internal table, right? So generally we write this data it underscore tab type table type we give, right? Whatever the table type we have, we just give like this. So this will become the internal table, right? But here this is not the case. We cannot write like this. Okay, here we have to use the different approach. Okay, here we have to use the different approach. What approach actually we have to do? Let's suppose that internal table which we want to create, here we have already given the name, so let's keep the same name, it underscore tab. Because this is a dynamic internal table, you have to, you know, create the data reference, right? Type ref to data, because this is dynamic internal table. You don't know the type at compile time, right? Here at this point of time, we don't know what is the type and all, right? This we don't know, right? We don't know. Okay, at runtime we will come to know what is the type and all, right? So it underscore type ref to data, and in the next statement I have to create the data object. So create data, this is the statement you will have to use, it underscore tab, and type handle will have to use this syntax, will have to use type handle, and give this table type over here. That's it. This much you'll have to do if you are going to use the, you know. So if you compare with the one which we have created with the help of data reference and field symbol, right? There also we are doing these things, right? There also we are doing these things, right? There also we are doing these things, but we were using type table of. If you remember, there we were using the type table of, right? But here we are using the type handle. Okay, this is more powerful than the one which we were using earlier, the conventional way. Though that is easy, right? This is also easy, but this is more powerful. It will come across some scenario where this is really becomes so powerful that, you know, you can realize this power. In real time scenario will come when we'll have to create the multiple, you know, internal table with like at one go you have to create some, you know, 90 internal table or 100 internal table. At that point of time, this particular RTTS services is a like of boon. Okay, it becomes very useful. Okay, so let's first understand the basics. Okay, once you understand the basics, you will be able to relate once the scenario like that will come. Okay, so create data it underscore tab type handle geo underscore table underscore type. All right, so if we're going to give like this will become your internal table. Okay, this will become your internal table. Now this is your data reference. You would like to dereference it. So for this purpose, again, you require the field symbol. Okay, same as usual as we were using earlier. So fs type any table. Okay, you can give a type any table. Okay, so type any table we can give, and because we want to dereference, you know that how to dereference. Assign it underscore tab. Mm, to fs, right? So you are dereferencing this referenced data object to this field symbol, and this field symbol is now pointing to the actual internal table. Okay, this is your internal table, it is pointing to this. So if you're going to fill the data over here, automatically the data is going to be filled over here, right? So put this fs over here instead of this, right? Fs, and here this fs, just put it over here. That's this much only you'll have to do. Check the syntax if it is right or wrong. Some problem is there. Geo table type is unknown. Okay, geo line type we have given. Geo table type. Okay, geo table type. Uh, p underscore table. Geo line type. This is fine. Geo table type. Okay, fine. Do one thing here. We'll use the inline declaration because this is going. This method is having the returning parameter, so automatically it will determine the type, right? So inline declaration I'm using, and now it looks good. Activate this one, activate this one, and now let's run it. Give the Mara table, press F8, and here you go. It's displaying the data, right? It's displaying the data. All the data from the Mara table, it's displaying. Okay. Similarly, if we're going to give the VBAK table, VBAK table, press F8. Okay. So from VBAK table, it's displaying, right? Now, if you want to display from VBAP table, you can display from the VBAP table also, right? So like that, it's creating the dynamic internal table. Let's go to the debugging and try to understand the flow of the you know program, how it's working. Run it, give the marcy this time, press F8. So you're passing the table from here. From this table, it's deriving the structure. From this table, it's deriving the structure, right? It's deriving the line type. So here in p underscore table, you can see the marcy is coming over here, right? Marcy is coming from the selection screen in this p underscore table. And for this marcy, I'm deriving the structure. What is the structure of this marcy at runtime, right? So when you press F6, the geo underscore line type, this is of cl underscore abap underscore structure description. I require this one because this class is responsible for identifying the structure. Double click over here, geo line type, and you can see that cl abap structure is there. And if you click on this, the super, this is nothing but cl underscore abap type description is assigning to the cl abap structure description, right? This is uh, uh, getting white casted, right? So go back, and this object we found, once we found the structure reference, then we are just going to create the table type, right? Table type. So here we are passing the structure reference to this method create of the class cl underscore abap underscore table description, and press F6. It's geo underscore table type, and we got this, right? And once we got the uh, table, once we got the table type, right here, you can see that we got this object cl underscore abap underscore table description, this object we got, right? And this object, uh, if you explore this object, double click on this class here and go to the object and double click on this, go to the attribute, and here you can see that you know the admin tab line, absolute name, right? Decimals, kind is the table type, right? The length, type, kind, all the information it is having over here for this type, right? This type is having all the, so one type, what requires a type requires what are the component it is having, right? What are the component it is having. So if you want to see all the component of this class, I will show you. Here it will be having one attribute which will hold all the component. Okay, so I'll just show you that. Just go down, go down, go down, and it will get one component which will hold all the, you know, uh, this is the ABAP table description you have. Okay, let me check. Okay, so now you'll be able to see my screen, and here, yeah, in the debugging, currently we are here in the debugging. Okay, currently we are here in the debugging, and this is the table description, absolute name, the type, kind, structure, deep structure, admin tab, returning reference. I want to show you that component, actually, that line type. So geo line type, let's go here, geo line type, and see here, it should be here, the absolute name type equal to Marcy, it is there, right? The type equal to Marcy, it is there. So it's taking the type Marcy at runtime, right? And kind S stands for structure, right? S stands for structure. And you can also see other parameter it is populating, right? Other parameter at runtime, it's populating, and all the 239 fields of Marcy is here inside this component. So this actually I was trying to show you, this one, components. Okay, so from the Marcy, it's deriving the component, right? It's deriving the component. So this is important, right? See here, automatically it's deriving at the runtime this component. Okay, so this is the beauty of you know, this runtime type services, that it will determine what are the component it is having, right? Now we have to create the internal table, because we have created here table type reference. So create data it underscore tab, type handle geo underscore table type. And once we are going to give geo underscore table type, it will create the internal table. Then we will dereference it over here as usual, as we used to do earlier. And now, you know, select a star from this into table fs up to 10 rows, and it's going to display the data. If you have any question, just let me know. This is for the RTTS. Okay, this is for the RTTS. I'm going to uh, unmute, and if you have any question, just feel free to ask. Okay, you can unmute yourself now, and if you want to discuss anything, you can just feel free to discuss. So this was the concept for the RTTS. Okay, and RTTS, if you want to, you know, explore more, here I have given you the reference link. You can just go through that. And object-oriented programming, today we are going to complete. This is the last topic of the object-oriented programming. Okay, there's some optional topic which is there, but you know, whenever I will get time later, I will just create the video and share with you. These are not that much important. Or suppose if you want to, you know, sometimes if you come across this kind of requirement, just go and, you know, Google it out, and you will be able to understand, because now your basics is very strong. Object oriented basics is very strong. Main thing is, you know, main thing is fundamental. If your fundamental is strong, you can build any kind of building. Okay, so not only this, even so many different stuff based upon the object oriented you will come across, parsing and XML, S proxy, right? S proxy is also very important concept. So all those things, it is not possible for me, you know, to cover. It has been 6 months when we started from, you know, like I think August, 4 or 5 months like that it has been. So I don't want to extend more now. However, these are under the optional topic, right? So whenever you require, now you are mastering object oriented basic, your fundamental is very strong now, and you can just Google it out. you will be certainly getting so many stuff, so many blocks related with parsing an XML, creating an XML, right? Just you take from there, learn from there, and whenever I will get time, I will create the video and upload on the YouTube and let you know. You will be always part in the community ABAP ritual. There I will be keep on updating. Okay. So from my side, this is the end of object-oriented programming session. If you have any question, just feel free to discuss. Any question is welcome over here.
Pankaj, can you come with ABAP testing videos probably? It's very important for me.
Unit testing, right?
Yeah, because we have
Mm-hmm.
very long
Mm-hmm.
programs, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
very small chain makes making very difficult.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. That I will do. Okay. Give me some time that I will do, you know. Uh, for that ABAP unit testing, as of now, when I'm not going, you know, by the time when I'm not covering this one on SAP technical, one very good documentation is there for the ABAP unit testing. ABAP unit test. So just try to go and, you know, try to look into this, and if you are still not able to understand, just let me know. Just first go through, go yourself, you know, understanding ABAP unit. They have nicely written this one, right? So when first time I was learning
Can you
this.
share that screen?
Oh, you are not able to see. Just a second, let me share. Eh, yes, this one, this I'm going to share this you know, link also here. Nicely they have written and it's very easy to understand. So just go and check this one, and if you still face the problem, I will create the video, no worries. Okay. Mm, I have just pasted this link over here in the Zoom chat. Just go and check. It's very nicely, you know, they have tried Nitya Murugesan, yes, technologies. He has written this, understanding ABAP unit, introduction, how to write these tests and all. Well written and document is here. Just first go through this and then try to explore some blog and all, right? But I think this should be
If
sufficient.
you Yeah, if you have some time, can you just go over and little bit explain here if you have time, little bit?
Okay, fine, fine, good. So here actually, when we talk about the ABAP unit, we are going to automate the things. Okay, we are going to create one means in that class itself, we are going to create some methods that is going to perform the unit testing. Means the unit testing we are going to automate. Okay. So here, for example, they have taken this class my test definition for testing private section methods. So uh, here the different methods. Actually, there is having one standard class. That standard class is going to help us. For example, here these are the different these methods in CL underscore A unit assert. So these methods is going to help us to do the testing. Okay. So here, you know,
What is purpose of assert? What this it does actually?
assert equals means suppose whatever your expected value and what is the actual value, what you are expecting. Let us suppose 2 plus 2, right? You are expecting it should come 4, but your program is producing the result 3, right? Then it will violate. Assert equals will be violated. And if it is violated means your testing is going to fail, right? So in that case, assert equals will be failed and then your testing will be also failed. So here, these are the different methods, and here also we have different methods. I need to go once again, you know, I don't remember at this point of time. These are so many things, but it's easy, you know. I've created 1 or 2 unit testing, and it is not that much difficult. It is easy at this point of time. It's difficult for me to remember, but you know, just go through this. I'm not able to recollect, but here they are having some standard program, and with the help of a standard program, you know. See, this is the
Hmm?
syntax actually. Okay,
Really?
this this is the syntax which we are going to use. This is the syntax, this for testing. Okay, just go and check once, if requires, I will, I will prepare the video. I need to go through. I also have to, I don't remember at this point of time how they have written and all, you know I have forgot. So I need to check this one. So please check this, and if you are facing issue, I will go and I will understand, and I will prepare the video. Okay. I know that this is not that much difficult, it's easy. Okay, this is easy one. Just you have to give some half an hour like that, the time, and you will be able to understand.
Okay.
Fine. Anything else? Let me stop the recording.